Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tracy's Tuesday Talk. I have one announcement before I want to give you a Christmas message. Richard Taylor Kerr, who's in charge of all our grocery gift card purchases, wanted to share with all of you, because you're a big part of this, that we have shot past our $8,000 goal for the year, and we have reached $8,237 of fundraising from our grocery gift card sales. And so that is over $151,000 worth of cards sold and purchased from all y'all. And so we thank you very much. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it makes a big difference. And we all need groceries, and we don't have to spend another dime to help the church, but just buy grocery gift cards. And so let's keep that up, and congratulations to all of you for helping us reach that goal, surpass that goal. So my Christmas message. Last Friday, we hosted Naked Faith, which is a worship service geared toward youth and young adults, but is open to everyone. And we fed everyone first. And thanks to the hospitality team and the youth advisory team for making that a fabulous meal and experience. The sanctuary was absolutely packed. Folks, absolutely packed. If you've never been to a Naked Faith worship service, you should come one Friday night. The music was phenomenal, as usual. Thank you, Naked Faith. And the messages on the theme of wander were so meaningful, and it all fed my heart. One of the messages came from our very own youth leader, Caitlin, when she spoke about the story of Jesus. And she says this: I'm assuming you're all somewhat familiar with the story of the birth of Jesus Christ. For those who are not or need a refresher, here it is. In Nazareth, an angel appeared and told Mary that she would give birth to a baby named Jesus. A short while later, Mary and her partner Joseph set off to be counted in the census in Bethlehem. When they got to Bethlehem, they had nowhere to go, and they ended up at an inn, but there was no room for them there. So they settled for the stable out back. There Jesus was born. Meanwhile, some shepherds were watching over their sheep when angels appeared and said, a baby has been born, the Son of God. So they went to see this baby. In another place, 3 kings were following a star. That star led them to the stable where Jesus lay. Does anybody remember the presents the king gave to the Son of God? Yeah, of course. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now, you might be wondering why we're talking about the birth of Jesus when the theme is wander. And to that I say you are correct, but I promise there is a point. Even when all hope seems lost, the point of the Christmas story is to remind us that there is hope. And an important part of this knowing is that hope does not have to be a perfect story. It's really important to talk about how Jesus came to earth. Jesus was not born in the way in which you would expect the Son of God to be born, in a stable surrounded by farm animals. It's a pretty unglamorous way to enter the world, if you ask me. We also know how he left this world. We know that Jesus died by crucifixion, and we know that that was not pleasant, but it was common. And while Jesus' story still ended tragically, when Jesus was here on earth, they chose to walk with us for a while. Jesus wandered. Does knowing how old or why Jesus died negate all that Jesus had accomplished while Jesus was here? Jesus lived a very good life, even if it was shorter than usual. Think about all the radical things Jesus did while he was here. Flipping tables, caring for the poor, healing the sick, loving everyone, even those who wronged him. We echo Jesus right now. We are also temporary visitors here on earth. We don't know what's coming. Does that mean we hide away? No. Does that mean we just stop living? Heck no. In fact, it means the exact opposite. We have to live each moment to the fullest. We don't take things for granted. It means we love loud. Isn't that great? So great. Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing that. Now, some of you might know this, but for many years, I have volunteered my time supporting people coming out of prison. And that support comes in many different ways, but mostly it's being a friend to those whom society would rather throw away. It means loving loud and showing them how to love loud back. And what I have come to hold in my heart is the fact that every single person is worthy and beloved in God's eyes. every single person. As I said to Danny, who adopted me as his sister, well, we adopted each other as siblings the other day when he was shown unexpected kindness. This is the grace of God, Danny. Despite our many sins and flaws, we are loved. And I would today add, we are loved loud. I leave you with the words inspired by Nadia Bolz-Weber, a Lutheran pastor in the States, who says this about mercy or grace, especially for those who are struggling with feeling Christmassy. Feelings of goodwill, sentimentality, coziness, and peace may or may not show up for some this year. And that's okay, because there is such mercy and grace all around us, streams of mercy and grace, never ceasing. Maybe you've never thought of contemplating mercy or grace as a holiday thing. But maybe instead of thinking about what seems to be missing, we can do things like give thanks for all the people who have forgiven us, who, in all fairness, had every right to withhold it. We can forgive some jackass who also doesn't deserve it. We can stop treating our lives as a reward when they really are a gift. You get the idea. Perhaps some of us are all goodness and light this season, and if so, that is a true blessing. For the rest of us, a gentle reminder that Christ was born, will be born on Christmas with or without us feeling Christmassy. Because this pattern of time, this story, these rituals and practices and songs have gone on long before us and will continue long after us. Sometimes we are floating in that river of faith, just swimming in it and feeling that transcendent warmth of the season. And other times we seem to be standing in just a half an inch of the stuff, not even enough to cover our feet. But the power of the river, its source and its destination, changes not at all. And both those things, submerged fully in or barely having our feet in, are the same. There's no ranking system at work here. Not one is better than the other. One does not count more. That's just not how these things called mercy and grace work. Thank God. So, my sweet friends, eat a cookie and receive this blessing. If you find yourself in this familiar time of year, but are seeing and experiencing it with what feels like unfamiliar eyes, may your vision be sharpened to take in what you missed during all those years you saw what you expected to see and felt what you expected to feel. May you experience the unfamiliar as an unfolding and not an undoing. And may you not take any of it or yourself even a tiny bit more seriously than absolutely necessary. I will try to do the same. Amen. As I've said to some of you already, may this season be a sacred one. And may 2024 be filled with blessings upon blessings for you and your loved ones. And always remember, I see you and you are loved. Loved loudly. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great week and a great Christmas and a great slip into the new year.